Insights.
Alright, so we're here for episode 23 of Real Talks No Porks, and myself and Dargum Lizzle.
Come on. Yours truly, Xmas.
And yeah, man, we've got some interesting topics to talk about on this one.
Big boy topics, bro.
Yeah, so to kick it off, I want to discuss our GRM losing their cultural impact.
Straight into it, yeah.
Yeah, man, like, because this thing I've been thinking about recently, like, singles-wise, they're not losing. It's weird. So I'd say singles-wise, they're not. But in some of the stuff they try and do themselves, I feel they're kind of losing their cultural impact. And this, I'm mainly saying this because I'd say quite a few channels have technically lost their cultural impact. But then I'd say with GRM being like the leader and like, I don't know.
When you say cultural impact, what do you mean? Like how much they touch us as people? Like,
yeah, like remember how WorldStar
relatable?
used to be the thing back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
And how now WorldStar's basically like
WorldStar
WorldStar got like 20 million subscribers and they're only averaging like 50,000 views a video.
Yeah, they're just another platform. Well, not just another platform, but I know what you mean. Still, they're not at the heights that they were back then.
Like it's GRM entering that like saturation period. It's like, for example, like Fire in the Booth. Like Fire in the Booth used to be so culturally relevant, and now like
no, it's not.
Yeah, like people still like it's when like a lot of people they sign to places like Apple Music, and it's like they kind of just lose their relevancy.
Yeah,
that sounds mad, but that is what happens.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Still, I agree. I would say cultural impact. Is it losing cultural impact? I would say no. I don't think it's losing cultural impact. I still think it impacts the culture. Like I still think people look to, as an artist, when they're making music, they want to drop their stuff on GRM and this sort of thing. But in terms of what you're saying, I do hear you. I do definitely hear you.
Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, in terms of artists, like I can't say they don't have any impact singles wise, because there's the singles dropping on GRM, some of them are going crazy, like 100%.
Crazy.
Like obviously we saw Body got 60 more views this year, probably on 70 right now.
Yeah.
But I was thinking in terms of just like how like you actually, let's say as a fan, you feel connected to the channel, if that makes sense. And like GRM, like I don't know, I've just been thinking about it recently, like some of the Daily Duppies, like they're good, but at the same time the Daily Duppy doesn't seem to hold as much weight as you. So maybe the question should more be, do Daily Duppies still have cultural relevancy instead of GRM?
Daily Duppies now. Do Daily Duppies still have... Wait, alright, cool. Let's do the GRM thing first, just to get out of the way. Does GRM still have cultural impact? I would say I still believe it has a little bit, but I do hear that it's losing this that grab that it has, just because obviously we know the whole it's been sold situation or whatever, like it's not just posty or whatever, but I feel like there's definitely a bit of like controlling that goes on with what can be dropped on the platform. Yeah, and you see it when you see certain videos. Like I remember watching a video on GRM and thinking, like I remember GRM used to be, not to say creme de la creme, but you literally couldn't drop on GRM unless your video was banging, unless the track was like
what you're saying got gentrified.
Yes, I am basically.
But
it's not saying it got gentrified, but I'm saying it's now. I think there's the business aspect is a lot more apparent now. It's a lot more geared towards views and reaching audiences that they don't necessarily reach already.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because in UK we're kind of entering this period now where like people, they've got their established, their established fan bases now.
Exactly, yeah.
So like, I wouldn't say, a lot of artists, they still drop on GRM, because I think GRM, they've had to change their thing, so they will shoot the video for the artist. So this is what Daniel Press Play started doing. They'll shoot the video for the artist, and they'll basically keep the money that the video makes.
Yeah, of course.
But so that's why you still got some people shooting the GRM, but a lot of artists are starting to realise that we can just release on our own channel.
Exactly. And a lot of artists are doing that.
Yeah.
And it's working out for them.
Like even smaller artists, they just, because GRM, like, it's mad expensive nowadays. I can't lie to you. Like, from what I've heard, I think it's like for like social media shout out and posting on the channels, like a bag now.
That's not what I heard. Yeah,
is
for
it?
the social media shout out and that's mad. I don't know. I don't know actually the figures. I know what I've heard, innit? But I don't know the figures, so I'm not gonna say.
What did you hear?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna quote anything because I don't know.
I'm not saying like this is from like a random YouTube video kind of thing. Like I was just looking around.
But to say a bag, not to quote you, but to say a bag, it must be an astronomical figure. Do you get what I'm saying? For it to be there,
like, I could probably even.
That's a bit mad, G. That is a bit mad. You can't now not tell me talk about gentrification,
fam. Alright, cool. This random YouTuber, yeah. So don't like. I'm not saying this is actually how much it is.
Yeah.
But this YouTuber, yeah, he did a thing about this basically. How does it cost? So YouTube uploads. So you get upload to GRM. So this is when they had 3 mil plus subscribers. Now they got like 4 mil plus in it. So it's obviously yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Come on.
Yeah, they get 3 tweets. You get 3 tweets, uploads, and video post. That's £350.
Yeah, this is the more around the figures.
Yeah, I'll show you. I saw one that was thing.
Video. So I heard just for the videos like £2, £250. So yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah, so I was thinking of the bundle packages. So feature box video submission, £800 per video for a week. So you know when you go on the page and the first video you see. So yeah, feature box YouTube channel video submission. So you get so you can this is upload, and then you get feature box as well. It's 1,800. So music promotion.
Nah,
wait,
piss, bro. So you're telling me certain men have been paying about 2 bags?
Some people think 2 bags to get into GRM.
Forgetting about how much they're spending on the
video. Because remember, to get GRM Premier as well, if you're not already seen as a GRM Premier artist, if you want to get that Premier thing because you believe in yourself, you got to pay for that Premier thing probably. I'm assuming.
My heart is hurting. Now
hear this one. It
is losing cultural impact.
Now hear this one.
I'm sorry.
Social media takeover, 7-day booking, promo assets, headers for the following socials, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Includes having a pinned tweet for a week for either album, video, or single. How much you think for that one? This is for 7 days.
15.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm
not. I can kind of get it because the amount of reach that man must have right now is crazy.
No. 3.5 jib.
That's
to be online. You're telling me to be online is 3.5 jib now.
That's why what's it called? Smaller artists are basically just stop going GRM now and stuff like that.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. Plus a lot of people like you could probably just like anyone can just run an ad campaign with 3,500. You could probably reach like 10 million people.
Bro, if someone gave you a 3.5, as in just forgetting about your video and what you spent, 3.5 jib to promote your video. Do you know how much?
Crazy,
bro. You could be flying.
Like,
not to say that it's cheap to promote your video, but if you do it right and you do it like using your brain, 3.5 bags is a lot of bread, bro. That is exactly like living where I live and seeing high-rise flats being built, checking the prices and seeing that it's 18 bills to go and live in one of them.
Yeah,
per month, and knowing that the estate is just around the corner and 90% of the estate is not affording 18, but that's the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
you can't tell me that that's not the same thing, bro. That and no. 100% this lost cultural impact. I changed my question. I changed my statement now. 100%.
Those aren't guaranteed. Those aren't. I don't know. This is just from a random video, isn't it?
Wow.
Like,
again, business is business. So no knocking. And like we said, the thing is now under a few more people. So
yeah, like I haven't seen any sources, man. Like I ain't seen. Like I'm looking through it now. I ain't seeing any sources, bro. Like when I look at it, I'm just like, is there any way that like I haven't seen a source.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe he got in touch with them, and then
I don't know, man. I don't want to say I hope that's not true, but I really don't. I really hope it's not true because that is sounding like malarkey, bro. That is absolutely wild. You cannot tell me now, say we're thinking of putting an artist on GRM.
Yeah.
Would you spend 3.5 jib to just put it online? Because that is literally all it is.
I'd only do it if I was doing an album campaign.
3.5 jib.
No, but then if I was like, let's say I was like working with someone like, I don't know, like a big artist had a big budget.
Yeah, and that's probably how
that's
some
the
of these
only
things
time
are handled.
Because when you do something like that, you want to get maximum reach in it. So it's just like, all right, cool. If we got a budget of 100,000 and they're saying for 1 week, when you go to their socials, this is what you're seeing.
Just take that.
Yeah.
Take the 3.5 jib.
But as a smaller artist, no way.
And that's probably how, and that's why it has, like, this is crazy because that's probably how it might run. Like, maybe the guys that have their bread or whatever, they can slide the 2, 3. They might even get a little I don't know. They can slide that, but it probably is that label thing. And so that is already counting out people.
Yeah.
That's wild, fam. That is wildness, man. I don't know about that still.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Because I'll be honest, like I say, it has felt like, I do remember actually, I'll start with this. I do remember being around the time of 014, 015, 016, 013 to 016 or whatever you want to say. And GRM, when it went from that Play-Doh thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember? It went from the Play-Doh thing to where it is now.
Yeah.
I remember that transition was so smooth and so correct that it was like you could see that this was elevating, but it was like, it's such a beautiful thing because this is still for the man.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is actually such posty. You're bruv, like, you cleared Link Up, no disrespect, but Link Up were doing their thing, but then GRM kind of done the triple jump at one point, and it was like, yeah, man, this is. But then now recently I've started to see like there's a bit of, it almost feels diluted to me. It feels like that. Like when I go on, sometimes I literally just search GRM in the search bar just to see what's new or whatever. And there has been times, honestly, when I've not been interested by one video.
I get you.
Like, not to say that a thumbnail should be what you judge and click on a video, because a tune could be a tune, whatever. And sometimes you just click on a tune to see what it sounds like. But I remember seeing GRM and thinking, nah, I want to. Oh my gosh, stop that! I'm thinking, oh nah, I want to click on this tune. Though. Now, not as much. And to say, and if you're saying that, wow.
Nice, yeah.
Wow.
It's because what's cool, there's a lot more people, the channel grew, a lot more people doing rap. Like, someone actually, someone actually sent something to Thingy.
To who?
Oh, they said something about the amount of rappers there are in the UK. That they sent me a message about it. It's like, that, okay, I think that's what's it called. He was supposed to speak about specifically drill rappers.
Yeah.
But it said there's 1,375 in London alone.
1,375 drill rappers?
Yeah.
Really?
I know, and he said that these are just ones he counted.
Oh, snap.
So, like, I think, like, this is probably people he counted that he knew of that were registered rappers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like,
that's probably not even near the number.
And so, like, if we take that number, let's just round up to 2,000 for each year. Like, out of that 2,000, let's say 10% are going to be making, like, high-quality music, innit? So, like, yeah, man, that's 90%. Like, and then, if let's think about the whole UK now, that's going to be dropping on GRM now. Like, yeah, that's a lot of tunes out. Well, not whole UK dropping on GRM, but, like, a good proportion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, obviously, there's going to be quite a lot of tunes on there that...
Just our media, I guess, yeah?
Yeah. It's like, but I guess it's kind of like, you know, football, how money comes through, spoils everything.
Yeah.
That's what it was happening with GRM.
Yeah, that's what it's sounding like, G.
Because it's like, when you grow, it's so hard to grow and still stay with your ear to the ground.
Of course. That's why I always love that.
Like, then they get 5 million, bro. By the end of this year, they'll be at 5 million subscribers. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
They're 4.86 now.
Wow. I don't even know, man.
Like, it's crazy, man.
I don't even know, man. I'm thinking of a bar right now. Money don't change. It just makes you 10 times what you are before you got it. And it's like, I don't know, man.
And like you can see how it's actually like, I see what you mean by it's like when it's being brought out, because look, if you look at the page, right, you can see as well, like you see how, so they got the yellow, all that stuff there. Like if you go on GRM's page now, you'll see it. And you'll see they got the yellow thing there, they got the Daily Duppy consistent branding, they got the self-mating consistent branding, like they got the Alhan and Perk show as well.
Yeah.
Like they got their own content, they show the one, like, it's mad.
Yeah, I don't know about that still. That's crazy. GRM will always have cultural impact to an extent because it came from the ends and it came from the people,
of course.
Them, innit? So people always try to jump on it and support it and whatever, and I always will, but to hear those things, I guess time moves and that's how the game is. Like I went somewhere and someone was telling me that their rent price is going up, so they're gonna have to put the price up. As much as it hurt me, it makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't knock you. It's your hustle.
Yeah.
Like if something above your head is changing, what can you do with it? But at the same time, it hurts, man. Because culture, for real, here, not to say it's not the same everywhere, but especially in the UK and London, culture's a huge thing. Huge thing. This stuff started from the streets. This stuff started from literally, I don't want to say nothing, but
we like it was kind of like to see that, what's it called? It was gonna change the, like it was always the one that was gonna change. If you see me,
if out of everyone,
like remember how it changed its name to GRM from Grime, innit?
I hear that. It was the one that I say it's the one that had the potential to change all the time. For me, the one that I thought was gonna change was SBTV.
Fair.
Until it just did its own thing. SBTV, I got loads of respect for it because it actually is just fully. You can't chat to it really. It's actually its own thing.
It went that its own pathway.
Yeah, it's not the same as these other platforms. Whereas GRM, I guess so, man.
Like, and I feel that like it's one of them ones where to even like get to that level, like not like you kind of do have to just like you have to do things in a very different ways to other channels to get to like I don't think they would have got to basically the 5 mil they're gonna get to if they still like
did what they would.
Like I hate to say that if they kept their branding as Grime, I don't think that they would have got to the 5 million.
Probably not.
Like there's some things that like you do have to basically like not values you have to abandon, but like kind of like values and like the way you usually do things. Because to be fair, like the amount of money they've been able to put into other things as well, because I'm pretty sure they've been doing their community projects as well. So the amount of money they've been able to put into that and stuff like that through what they're making from the thing.
Yeah.
Like, plus a lot of people, they've come up of like having a GRM video job. Like as much as like it is expensive, there's a lot of people that have come up of like grew up in the GRM video.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Definitely. The GRM thing was, and this was what it's like. It's a pity because the GRM thing was the bus back in the day. You get a GRM video, it's kind of like, okay, eyes are kind of on you. You had to earn that. Do you know what I mean? You had to earn that now.
But like obviously there's a lot more access, but at the same time I do think it's like
it has to happen.
Like but that access is kind of decreased with obviously the prices, but then it's kind of just like more, I don't know, I think it's kind of good in a way though, because it's made artists a lot more aware of like like it's made people think about other ways to do it.
Yeah, facts. There's been a lot more creative people.
Yeah,
there's a lot more. There's way greater marketing campaigns now. Like we see some crazy marketing campaigns now.
Yeah, like it's not just. It made you realize it's not just GRM. Like obviously, like if you've got the if you got the budget, then like obviously I'd say drop in GRM in it. But like there's other ways to do it. Like there's been seen people they don't organic promotion, dropped it on their own channel, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds
like, I know, some of the prices are mad, yeah. But then at the end of the day, I I can't really say anything 'cause I don't know what all their costs are, to be fair. So
This is what I'm saying. I guess we'll leave it when it comes to the P's thing.
Because the one thing I was backed by GRM is that a lot of people say it's just pressing the button.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one, it probably isn't just pressing the button.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably quite a lot of stuff that goes behind that. I can imagine them like giving feedback to artists on what to do and like basically doing consulting for them, man. And also, it's like, fam, after like you've seen the documentary in it. After them brothers, they were basically grinding for like 10 years, dog. Like,
that's the price,
bro. Like,
the price of the
I really hear it. Like the way that them man, like when them man were actually breaking it down, like some of the stuff they did, yeah. Like, you know what, yeah.
That's the price of the grind. 100%.
Set your price, innit, fam?
That is the price of the grind, 100 million%, and that's why.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. Like the business aspect is taken over, innit?
Because I'd say when do you think they'd start to recoup? They actually started recouping. I'd say maybe 2017.
Yeah.
So like, I can imagine if they said they were charging for they were doing free uploads of 2017, I'd be like, you know what, I hear it.
Yeah.
And then, because remember, GRM, they're popping now, but they're entering their popping period. But in 5 years, the channel could be washed. There's better chance on YouTube got better subscribers, but no views.
There might be a whole new thing.
Yeah.
There might be a whole new thing. Who would have said TikTok would be here in 5 years ago?
Bro.
There might be a whole new thing in 5 years. So 100%. That's the truth still. It's just, and do you know what? Like, that is one thing I 100% agree with. Like, the grind, me personally, there's no price on grind.
Yeah.
There is no price. Like, hours of no sleep, sorry.
Yeah.
Waking up and
for a decade.
Going to your 9 to 5 and then doing a 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Like,
for a decade, for something that you don't actually know it's gonna thing.
You can't.
This is UK rap music. This is when young Teflon was too scared to swear in his music.
Yep. Yep.
Tef was too scared to swear in his not scared, but
he didn't want to because he thought it would just cut him out.
Yeah.
I remember now, facts. Like 100%, bro. 100%. And,
so like, you know what, yeah, like when you think about it like that, it's just like, bro, set your price, bro.
But it's not them setting the price, and that's my issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, that's the difference.
They are now a machine.
Yeah.
Effectively. And
yeah.
That's fair enough because that's kind of where you want to take it. Like, you can't say you don't. It's like the whole argument in Bull when man say, why is my man going to go China? And that, but yeah, man might love kicking ball and that, but it's actually your job.
It's true that
it's what like, pays your bills. It's what feeds your family and that.
Especially with some of the man come from mad situations,
bro.
Like, what
the man,
the family got to be fed.
Favelas, yeah. You see all these Brazilians that go China.
Yeah.
I have no problem because you see what they've come from.
Fam,
they love the sport, but why?
Bro,
did
the
you
love
start
for the
this?
sport is not putting food on the table.
Why did you start this? You knew that I could actually get out of what I'm doing by doing this. So effectively, you kind of knew you could bust.
Yeah.
It's the same in music. I had this conversation with someone about AJ Tracy. They're saying,
did we speak about that?
I've spoken about it with you, but I actually with someone else still. And he was like, proper like trying to get onto my man. Like, nah, man, he used Grime to do this. He's a wait. And I was like, bro, like,
you don't start music for banner. Like,
you don't start music just because you like. Of course, you have to do it to love it. Like, you have to love it to do it.
But then you don't do it like how you don't continue with it for like how he's done it for free.
You don't do music, bro. The bottom line is you don't do music for free.
Yeah, you
don't do music for free. Like, you don't jump into a creative discipline to just do it for banter just because you enjoy it. You don't do art for free. You don't. No one sculpts for free. No one wants to be an artist for free.
I'd say you do it for free, but then there gets to a point where you stop doing it for free. That bro, like where like
unless you're Basquiat and Demban there that were high off the shrooms and brown and budge and that, bro. I'm telling you now, there's very few people that jump into the creative discipline to just say, yeah, I'm just doing this. I love it. At some point, they're gonna want a return from that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm saying that you can start it, but then eventually it gets to, like, I don't know, it gets to a point where you decide where it's like, even if you say you're doing it for the love of it, it's like, no, but you're doing this because. Like, how to describe it?
But you don't even have to finish that sentence.
Yeah, like eventually.
But you're doing this.
Like I'd say, like yeah.
I'm actually doing this though. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not doing a 9 to 5. I'm actually doing this.
Yeah.
So this has to do something for me.
Like, there'll be some people, like, I know there's some people that might go to the studio once or twice a month and they'll play around you. And like, they're just doing it for fun, innit?
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you're going to a studio like every single week, yeah, you can't say it's for fun, man.
Once you start sacrificing things,
Yeah.
aka time, aka your energy,
Yeah.
aka your sleep, aka family,
Then
aka
you're not- yeah, it's not a
your
fun
job,
thing.
aka eating. Some people, bro, there's so many things that people sacrifice to do music and whatever other. You can't tell me that you're just here for bands. You're not, bro. You're not here because you go home and you look at the electric meter and you think, rare, I've got to go back into the bank.
Yeah.
And something has to pay for that, bro.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that if an opportunity arises where, Ladbroke Grove, I can make this track and it could go, bro, you're going to make it. I'm sorry. Like, if you're of that nature, you're going to make it. Some people won't sell out and that's fair enough. And that's why some people don't make it. And no disrespect. That's why some people won't make it because, you know what? It's so sad to say, but some people are too real for it. Like, literally, some people are too real for the GRM,
Yeah.
for example. Like, I'll be honest, even that AB guy, the way he spun his thing was patterned that he could have it on. But if he didn't spin it that way,
Yeah, then it would have been like,
too real for it.
yeah.
It's too real. Like, what he's actually saying in that,
Yeah.
brother, that stuff is too real. Even guys like Rimsey, Potter, any of these, man, if you're not spinning it in the way you're spinning it
Yeah.
and making it digestible, look at Kemsey.
Yeah.
Guys, too real.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, especially when you're placed on GRM, you have to be conscious about the audience that's on GRM as well.
So yeah, man, like, I guess maybe GRM are kind of meeting that equilibrium at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
they're not. We're not here for free either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not just here for. We're not just here for you. We're not just here.
'Cause I know that, like,
to service you.
because equipment's not free, fam.
Equipment's not free.
Equipment's not free.
Equipment's
Editors
not
aren't
free.
cheap at all.
Editing, time is not cheap.
If you want a good
editing,
especially what's it called, because I can imagine the people. I would not be surprised. Yeah, the people that do their daily duppies. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not what's it called. Actually, no, they wouldn't be paying them by the hour because that would be too expensive. They probably have a contract with them because paying them by the hour would just be too expensive.
that's definitely a contract.
I can imagine they're paying the editor that's daily duppy to edit the daily duppies alone. I can imagine probably paying him 50 bags a year, and that's just one contract for him to work for GRM, and he can work wherever else he wants because those things are not easy to edit.
No, they're not.
So yeah, man, like,
Bro, it's
stuff got to get paid for, fam. And I really hear that because you got staff, all that stuff.
It's a machine.
Yeah, man.
You
So
got to keep every part, every cog, every coil in that
when
machine.
they do their award show as well. That's got to get paid for. Like, yeah, man. I hear it, man. All right, so obviously Valentine's Day is coming up, and one of the most important things you need in your toolbox to survive is the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. So obviously Valentine's Day, you want to be stepping clean and fresh, and you want to impress, don't you?
Tell them.
So I'm telling you guys, the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 is what you need. You can get a clean shave, you can get all your edges done nice and correctly.
Jeez,
and then you've got the products as well to go.
You can even give yourself a shape up.
You can give yourself a fade.
I'm telling you, blood.
You can fade it out.
You can slip it in the pocket, take it on the date, go. You get me? Like, bruv, is
your shape up goes out? What? You can just...
It's a pattern, I'm telling you. This one here, perfect. And then to go along with it, crop preserver and a little crop reviver. So you know what you're doing, man. You're just sprucing yourself up again. After you get all shaved up, you just give yourself a little, like, you know when you're at the barber and it does the...
Yeah. Like, we know the importance of being neat and tidy.
Come on, man.
Like, you want to be clean, you want to be like, you can't keep running with this organized chaos thing for so long. Like, there's no ruggedly handsome on Valentine's Day.
We're not in the
You're either
rainforest.
100 or 99 or you're 98 or 97. Like, there's nothing other than that. Like, no organized chaos. Like, get the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, and if you use the code the Annex, you get 20% off and free delivery as well. So you can save some of that delivery fee, put it towards the Uber at the end of the night. You know, them ones there.
And I guarantee you, your Valentine's Day will be a lot better. 100%. But the consequence of that is, for certain parts of the culture, you will lose your grip.
Oh yeah, of
you
course.
will lose your pull. And if that's the sacrifice you're willing to make to get your 5 million subscribers, go God bless you, man. And that's sometimes what you have to do.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, credit to them. 5 million subscribers is no joke.
Yeah.
Absolutely no
I'd
joke.
say now they're the place where it's like, what they want, I can see what they want to do. They want to be the place where it's like, if you think UK music, it's like, all right, where do I want to look if I want to basically find out about UK music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
GRM. It's not like they're the home of UK music, but they're not the home of UK music. If that makes sense.
No, 100%. That's exactly. I fully agree with you. 100,000,000%. You can give them the stamp like you man are
It's like someone said, so if someone says, oh, where should I go to find UK music? Go GRM Daily.
Facts. But where can I go to find the whatever you want to call it? I don't want to disrespect them, but the realness or whatever you want to say. The road, whatever.
Like where can I go to find authentic UK music? Like,
maybe that's
if someone says where can I go to find UK music like this, man? You might not say GRM.
You might not. Oh, maybe you'll just send them to certain videos. But no, I hear you fully. I hear you fully. I agree still. I agree. Daily Duppies though. Have they lost culture impact?
It's weird. I seen them getting reposted a lot.
I don't think they have, you know. I think man are still looking for Daily Duppies, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe not with me. I can't lie. Look,
I think we don't take it as serious.
Yeah, but I feel like the
consumption.
I feel the younger gen, they love them though.
Yeah, I think
that's because they're new to them though.
But further than that, I think the artists still love them. G.
Fair.
I think me personally, right now, I think obviously plugged in for the drill thing, but Daily Duppies right now are the Find the Booth. For me,
fair.
They're what Find the Booth used to be. They're the equivalent. That is now. If you get your daily, obviously, sometimes they come a bit too fast. Like there's certain man that get it too easy or whatever.
Like 9 out of 10 of the Daily Duppies I've seen, they've just been for album promo.
Yeah, kind of.
Like like I don't know. Like most of the ones I've seen them hop on, they've just been like an artist has done them, and then they've always like previewed. The
album at the end. Even Coke's last one was literally the first 2 tracks of his tape. So no, you're not wrong. But same time though, I listen to certain man's Daily Duppies and I think, nah, this thing is still here, bro.
Fair.
Benny Banks and flipping Squeaks' Daily Duppies are off the charts, bro. This new R rating is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just looking through them now.
I do still believe that artists want to go for the Daily Duppy still. If they could have a choice.
And there's only a few that I properly resonate with Daily Duppy wise, I can't lie.
Of course, because there's only a few that are authentic.
Fair, yeah.
There's only a few that are authentic.
Like I listen to some and I'm just like, this is just like, I don't know, it's weird. Like I listen to it, it's like I've been getting this quite a bit of music recently. It's like, this is just a song. This is just a freestyle. Like, there's nothing else to it. It's just a freestyle.
Yeah.
And it's why, like, because I've been seeing, like,
what more do you want, though?
I don't know, but as in, it's just, like, that's all it is. There's nothing else that makes it special, like, defines it, if that makes sense. Like, I remember each Fire in the Booth back in the day, like, well, as you know, for a lot of the Daily Duppies back in the day, even, you could listen to them and you'd be like, all right, cool, I'm going to get something different from this one. I'm going to get something different from this one. Like, not each one wasn't kind of like, they weren't so samey.
What, as in comparing Duppy to each Daily Duppy?
Yeah, like each Daily Duppy, like one you get in, like whenever they drop, they weren't so samey. Like for the ones nowadays, they're very samey.
I think that's just because of the times, though.
Fair.
Like, back in the day, it was so much more raw.
Fair.
Like, I think of Gets' Daily Duppy back in the day. I think of Potter's Daily.
No,
they could Swiss's Daily Duppy.
But they can do a Gets one, then a Scorcher one.
Yeah.
And they're gonna sound so different.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, like let's say they could do like an Earth B one and a Digger D one, it would just sound bare samey.
But that's because that's them.
Fair.
I can't blame Duppy for that. I blame them. No cap. I blame, and I'll be honest, Digger's one sounds a bit different when he's talking about Brice and all of that still.
Oh, yeah.
I give him his one's all right still. But that's I blame them man there.
Fair. So it's more the artist then.
I blame them man there.
Fair.
Like I can't blame Daily Duppy for that.
Fair.
I do blame sometimes the choices of people that they bring on there. Because sometimes, like I said, it seems a bit too.
Yeah.
You already got a Daily Duppy, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's not the same as the Fire in the Booth times.
I hear that.
I don't know, man. I can't say that they've lost that. They have lost that cultural relevance. Actually, I'm lying. They have. Like, they definitely have. Because when I watch them, I'm not going to lie. When I watch them, I do feel like, I'm not going to lie to you, this is tired. Sometimes I do feel like this one here is tired. 100%. I do feel that. But I still feel like man want to go on there.
Fair.
I still feel like man shout like, yo, GRM, can I get that daily duppy?
Fair.
I definitely do. I don't think man are just going on there to just freestyle.
Fair enough. I hear you. I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, it's just like,
I think you're just tired.
maybe, like the only ones that I can say this year that I'm like, I've been like, yeah, you were spitting, I wanted to reload your thing, is the first part of the RA one, Hardy Caprios, Squeaks, RD, and Young Ads. No offense to everyone else, but those ones they were the ones to me, man.
In terms of replay value, is that what you're saying? In terms of replay value, because I don't listen to daily duppies for replay value. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
I just listen to them because I know this could be a moment, and then there's certain ones which I can rerun.
Clavish's one.
Clavish's one was hard.
Yeah, forgot about that
Chip
one.
spun a lot of guys on his one. Gets and Gigs did one, basically. Really and truly, that was a daily duppy, what they did for that crowd rhythm. That was all right. Like, I don't know, man. I think maybe I've just become accustomed to this whole, it's beyond us now.
Yeah,
it's not
I get
for
you.
us. Like you're saying, it's for the younger one, or whatever you want to say. Like,
Yeah.
Because it is. It really is. But at the same time, I still give it credit, man.
Fair.
Man are just overlooking the thing again, blood. I'm telling you. A lot of overlookers in this thing, bro.
Man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I do hear what you're saying.
Maybe it's me.
It is
I
you.
know, to be fair, I've got very acquired taste when it comes to certain things.
You're just tired. And I hear it. You're just tired of certain things, man. And I do hear it. I just try and give some of them time. Like, Ads is one.
Yeah.
Was hard. Have I replayed it?
Fair.
No. RD's one. Cold. Have I replayed it? No.
Yeah.
Because I listen to them to see what you're saying.
Yeah, I get
I don't listen to them as a song. I listen to them, oh, you come on a daily duppy. Let's put you on and see what you're going to say. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you're spitting like that. Benny Banks, I gave him a full pause whilst I listened to it. Did I keep going back to the track? It's not a track.
I get you.
It's not a track. It's a daily duppy.
Yeah.
It's not even a free, it's a daily duppy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, nah, say it.
I don't know, man. It just doesn't have. I don't know. I can't put my thoughts into words.
You're just tired, man. You're just tired, and I hear it. I think you're just tired at least.
Maybe I'm just more plugged inside. I can't lie to you.
I think you are 100,000,000%.
Because I know, like, for me, like, the same energy I used to have when the day duppy would drop back in the day. That's when I feel when I see a plugged in drop.
But I see the plugged in the exact same when I see daily duppy.
Fair.
I think plugged ins are quality, but it's just like, yeah, I listen to this, and
fair.
Even them, maybe it's a bit more like a song for them.
Yeah.
Theirs are a bit more like a song.
Definitely.
Like, there's certain ones where it's like, okay, you can actually play this. But even still, it's like Skepta's one, for example, of recent. Not to say he's...
Yeah.
But just to mention him. I listened to it. It's a moment in time. Am I going to keep going back? No.
Nah.
Maybe once or twice, man. Like, did you hear Skepta? All right, play it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. But bar that, like...
Yeah, fair enough.
It's just plugged in. Like,
fair.
Move on. What's coming next? That's really... And maybe that is why it's a daily duppy. That's a...
To be fair, I can't lie. I see a lot of these freestyles basically as songs nowadays.
See, that one's techie, man.
Because I don't know, like, the way I consume them is to be fair, I do consume them as if they're songs. Like, as much as they say they're freestyles, like, bro, like, I know that these things they're basically made as songs and just branded as freestyles.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Like as they said, I'd be interested. As they said about Fire in the Booth, I'd be interested to see how many daily duppies they're not off the dome.
But this is what I'm saying. I think we just blur that though. I think we as consumers blur that because for them that's not a song.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd be on the album. For Coke's one, let's step it aside because he actually put the songs as his daily duppy. So that's a whole different thing. But for them, I don't believe it's a track. If I think of Potter's daily duppy, That's not a track. That's
Well,
bars.
more of just a chance to experiment.
Yeah, it's just bars. Like, it's for
Fair.
me, it's just, and this maybe comes back to the freestyle thing. Like, for me, the freestyling thing, man, just sit down, boom, beat.
Yeah, to be fair, also they dub
And
just
that's
meant to
a
be about
freestyle.
how many punchlines you can fit in, basically.
That is different.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear it.
That is really what it is. Like, a freestyle now is literally you sit there and you freestyle, but you write it down.
Yeah, their thing's just what's called punchlines.
Try and impress a man. Are you bringing your best bars today? Can you spin my head top? Have you got a great instrumental? That's one thing about Daily Duppy recently as well. Had a couple of sick instrumentals recently still. Think of Fred's one last year.
Yeah.
Hard beat. The second half. Hard beat.
Forgot about this one.
So I'm saying, man, but do you go back and look for it?
Nah, not really.
But if I play it now, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And I'll say, yeah, he's going hard though.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we're just moving on in time when it comes to that sort of things. I don't think it's becoming less and less of a thing to do the whole one time freestyle or whatever. Like, moment in time, find the brief Daily Duppy. It's becoming less and less and less of a thing. Now, when we actually catch those moments, it's like the randomly recorded things.
Yeah.
Or like when someone's randomly in the studio, or like a random part at a show or something like that.
It's like,
that's when we actually get those, oh snap, like that moment. Bar that though, everything's orchestrated kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I feel, at least.
No, it's true. Like a lot of the moments are a lot more like organic now, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's like people just be in the studio and then they'll be recording themselves in the studio and then someone will do something crazy and then that's literally it. That's how it goes.
Yeah, man. Times are changing, bro. Times are definitely changing, man. Nobody wears backpacks with CDs in there anymore. It's definitely changing still.
Oh man, GRM, man.
Bless him. I hope it goes well for him.
So I think.
I hope they're the new world star or whatever.
No, I don't want to be a new world star.
No, why not, man?
GRM fights now.
They've already done the mad thing.
Tion Wayne and Hedy on the plane. GRM Daily.
Who the hell knows, bruv? Who the hell knows? Yeah, man. We'll see. The G and GRM stands for? No, I'm joking.
Do you want to hit the grime scene topic now, or?
Yeah, go on, run it quick, and then we'll do the manscape thing if you want.
We got 25 minutes.
Do it for 10 or 15.
Alright. So the next thing I wanted to touch upon,
What are you telling me?
I'll say, so did the youngers in grime, did the lack of youngers in grime ruin its progression, so that the development of the genre, not the development, but like obviously for a genre to grow, I saw this being discussed on Twitter, like the amount of young people basically participating in that genre is a massive part that helps it to keep booming. So like, did the lack of youngers in grime basically kind of like not make it like temporarily stagnant right now?
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm so sorry to be so, what's it called?
Straight up.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Because for me, that relates to a lack of pull. And it's whether people want to admit it or not or whatever, for a conversation to be had such as grime is dead or whatever they want to say, that means there's some sort of lacking in the scene. And there is a lacking in the scene because there aren't that many youngers anymore still. Like, 100 gunshots, but radar radio times.
Yeah.
radio times.
Yeah.
Think about how many youngers there were.
Yeah.
20. Let's say 20. Let's say 23 and under, 25 and under.
There were like a lot of very like relatively quite established artists doing their thing. And now, like, what's it called?
Because we could off head go 1 for 1. That's how crazy it is. Like, now, those same ones from that time are the youngest still.
Yeah.
I beg you deep that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was seeing T Rhodes, SBK, Tommy B, and all them man all the way then, and I'm still seeing them now as the youngers on the scene.
Yeah.
Not to say that there isn't other guys. Like, there are
Yeah.
other guys, and there are other youngers, and there are people spitting grime. Like, it's not saying that people aren't spitting grime, but there is definitely a lack, and that has definitely stagnated the scene. Definitely still, because right now we live in that time where who's running it? The youngers.
Yeah.
Who's watching most of the stuff?
Because I was gonna say, like, if you look at let's see Joe for example, like it's basically like we were discussing like the sampling earlier, and like you can see how like the youngers are basically just experimenting with all the samples. Like, look, the producers are young, and like obviously obviously some of these man, like, they're all still in school. They do like some of them are basically YouTubers.
Yeah.
And like fam, like once your thing's basically bouncing around all the schools in your local area and thing or whatnot, like what's called, people know you to be like, and then that's basically like, oh yeah, let's see what my man's doing. Like that's basically like how the whole thing's basically just like being ran now.
Yeah.
It's like people like they're popular in their ends through their school, because obviously the schools are mad connected, and like so what's called, they're just sharing their brethren's music basically.
Nah, man, 100.
And that's what everyone's tuning into. It's like, oh, what's this guy that we know that's very popular doing? Oh, he's making this type of sound. All right, cool. Yeah, this is the sound that we're gonna be listening to. Bear man start doing it now, and then you know how everyone in schools, they copy fashion, fam.
Trends.
So like, yeah, man.
Nah, bro. It's a shame. It is a shame still, because we shouldn't have to rely on young people. Not to say rely, but
yeah.
You shouldn't.
Well, the young people are usually the ones that are like, they're happy to take the risk to to like try to do something different. Like you wouldn't really see an older artist like do the sampling thing, because they'd be too nervous about like, oh, what if people say this? Like, what if it's not received? Well, the youngers will sample anything, bro.
Yeah, I've seen hearing some crazy samples.
They will sample anything. Like, they'll try anything, like just to see if it works.
Of course, they're fearless, man. That's why a lot of them bust. Still.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
And I think that's what a genre needs as well.
What?
Just like people that are fearless, isn't it?
Definitely. But the one thing about ours, Grime, you can't forget that it is so set oriented.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, not to say it's not track oriented, because we get a hell of a load of tracks, and I want to hear your tapes and your EPs and your albums and how your 16 can translate into a 3-minute track or whatever. But it's so set oriented. And so once you hear your guys' bars, you kind of know them.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you get what I'm saying? So now when I think of like some of my favorite grime artists, I can go to a set of theirs and like I may be learning a 1, 2, 3, 4 new bars of theirs, but maybe 40, 50, 60% of their bars I've got covered, and I can spit with them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I think now, and I think that of all the olders in the grime scene and how many of their bars that we know, there's a need for youngers with fresh bars, or there's a need for people to come and change it up.
Yeah.
And if that's not happening, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, who was I listening to the other day? Oh, let me not forget his name. Oh, what is his name? Nah. Oh, I'm actually finding him, bro. I was listening to my man the other day, and I was thinking, this is exactly what I needed. Yeah. Because this is fresh. This is absolutely fresh. Oh, what is my man?
Snowy?
Name? Nah, but it's something E. Jams. Bugsy.
M's.
Bugsy.
Oh, okay.
Bugsy, blood. You see this guy here? The way this guy spits is so different, bro. Man, oh my. I wish I could play it for you. I'll play it for you afterwards. But for me, he's new.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter his age. I'm not talking about youngers or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more just talking about, I need to hear something fresh.
Yeah. I
need to hear a change. The dynamic needs to switch. There can't just be always the same people doing the same thing and running the same, like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you think it's also because grime has that stigma of having that old guard, like, quote unquote?
Yeah, and it does have that old guard, but it's also very easy to bust the doors.
Yeah, but it's also that as people perceive that old guard, they just like, it's like, you know, that like smooth, that quick like 0.5 second decision to be like, no.
Yeah, of course. I hear you.
See,
I hear you, man. I hear it, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It only damages the scene. Like when I think of,
I know I get what you mean though. Like when you got people like what's his name, producer.
Nah, which one?
The one that's been doing the switches recently.
Which switches?
You know the what's called. He's been refixing old verses.
Wise.
Yeah, like guys like Wise. Like when he came in, added a different type of like energy and tempo. Like that had people going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Because you need that. Like especially, that's why Grime's so special. Especially with a genre like Grime, there needs to be like a software update. Basically,
Yeah.
Hip hop, the raps. Even drill's kind of seeing it though.
Yeah.
Because for me, drill's like Grime's son. I'm not even capping.
Yeah, no, it is.
So you're kind of seeing that software update in drill now, whether it be with the samples, whether it be with you're hearing that bando beat the other day. Like there needs to be a bit more like Millions is another example. You need to
like the software update. I'd say for drill was the commercial sound like Central C. Now the sample update for commercial C is now the sampling.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you need that. Otherwise, the genre itself it kind of becomes tired.
Yeah, like you can say hip hop sample upgrade was the mumble rap.
Maybe 100%.
Well, software update.
100%.
Was the mumble rap.
100%. 100%.
Because that because people listening to like usual hip hop rap, but the mumble rap just it's not like the software update is like meant to be like this is an improvement.
Yeah.
But it's just like this is just something different that's been added.
Yeah, and it's needed. Otherwise, it comes a point when you're catting him and you sound like my man, and you definitely stole his bars or whatever, like, and you don't need that. So that's for me more so than the youngers, because I'll be honest, I think when I think of youngers, I just think of H saying that thing of no one young listens to Grime anymore, whatever it is. And I do think there's a truth to what he's saying. I don't think it's true. But I think there's a truth to what he says. Like
someone was saying how there's no one like pushing it to be trendy.
No,
because it's like that's why it was popular when Stormzy was really active, because everyone's seen Stormzy doing that and being like, oh yeah, let me just try this. Let me try this. But now you haven't really got any like they're kind of getting onto some of the oldest for abandoning it, but I'm not gonna get into that now. But that's a whole different conversation. But I do see what they were trying to say. They was like, because if you got no old, like every scene's got olders that are like, so it's such a complex discussion. That's a whole different thing though. That's a whole different thing.
We'll run that, don't worry, at some point. Man, nah, man, we fully need that. We fully need that newness.
New energy.
That newness, that new energy, definitely, man. We can't stay the same, bro. We can't. Especially with Grime, man. The amount of slating that's been gotten, the amount of killings that's been gotten, now it's kind of like an off-brand. Yeah. It's kind of like you're unique, or you're that side if you do Grime or whatever. Yeah. You're like
you're on your own island.
You got a new different function. You know what I mean? You're on your own island. Yeah, fully. I remember when I went uni, first year, obviously, what's it called? Still going sets and everything. Flipping COVID. Flipping some of my guys were listening to Grime. So I remember like when you're meeting guys in uni and we're just playing music. We're playing music in line. We're watching bare sets or whatever. And I remember other guys in uni were like, these man listen to Grime. Yeah. These man love Grime. You know, like almost to the point that it was like not a screw face. It was like, and it made me think like, you're looking at me like I'm an outcast almost kind of thing. And that's crazy to me. Is
that when people like listen to alternative music?
Yeah, literally.
That's what people see it as now.
Yeah, literally. It's
like, what? You listen to that? Like, what?
So for it to go from being the in thing to now being, you need something to bridge that gap.
Yeah, but what's it called? It's like, it's the sense of you listen to Azealia Banks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, you listen to Azealia Banks? Like, what? Yeah, like the one that tried chefing up a cat and thing? Like, mad. Like...
No, straight, bro. Straight. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's madness. But
no, that's crazy. I didn't even see it like that though. Like the way that people, what's it called? Yeah, see, like when I think about it now, like people see like, oh, right, you're going to that.
I'm telling you, G.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Like even for my birthday, on my birthday, I don't ever do shit like I don't, whatever. But one of my brethrens was performing or whatever, innit? And does Grime. So it was like, magically, I ain't seen you in time. You're performing today. It's my birthday, and it's Grime. So heck not. Let's so support you. Yeah. I love the music. hey, we can treat it as a celebration, whatever, innit? I went there, but a couple of my brethren were like, were on it because it's our brethren, innit? Like, let's go. But it was like, oh yeah, I remember you love this thing, innit? Like, and it was the way they were saying it. It's kind of like, this is such a second nature thing now, bro, that we kind of just have to accept it.
Yeah, like kind of comes across as alien.
It is. Kind of just have to accept it. Do your thing, accept it, and please bring the new energy, please, please. But yeah, man, that's what I have to say to that.
Crazy. No, it's interesting though. It's interesting. I'd like to see it from that viewpoint. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this year we'll have a thing, a resurgence. We'll see, man. We'll see.
I'll be at sets either way.
If there's that many happening still.
YGG resurgence, inshallah, bro. Quickly.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, I'm praying for that.
St. P, I'm coming.
But fam, that's episode 23 of Real Talks No Porks.
Big 2-3.
Let us know your thoughts on all the topics. Do you think Grime was going to need some more youngers or not? Whether you missed anything to touch upon. And let us know your thoughts on GRM as well. That's really important. Because I know a lot of people probably tune into GRM or you tune into other channels that are similar. So you might be able to cross-reference some things that we might have missed. But that's myself and Dargam Lizzle.
Yours truly always, Xmas.
And we out.
Love people.